What's up, you certified beauties? It's Nick here, back with another video. I just released a couple videos in the last 2 days. The one specifically regarding Bill C-30, and obviously if you've been following along with the channel, Bill C-30 is the bill that includes the Canada Recovery Benefit extension and other COVID-related benefit support payment extensions. So this has been an important bill, Bill C-30, that we've been following along with to see what's going to happen as we progress forward in the year, to see if we're going to be getting some more benefit support around these COVID initiatives. And we've seen some progress in the last little bit, and I think now things are going to start to move a little bit quicker. We've seen, obviously, Parliament has been debating back and forth. They've kind of been dragging their feet on this bill. It's all surrounding the current Canada budget that was proposed. And now we've seen this bill been passed by Parliament literally just before they went on their summer break, and now it's with the Senate. So because I've got so many questions, I'm going to come out with this video here and answer a few of those. We're going to look a little bit more into the bill. So please give a thumbs up just to show your appreciation for this video. And if you got value out of this video, just really helps my channel. Really appreciate that. So thank you. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Like I mentioned, the bill has been passed by Parliament, but it needs to go through the Senate, and it also needs to get royal assent in Parliament. And that's kind of the stages of a bill before it becomes reality here in Canada. So looking right now at the Senate's schedule of things, they have a tentative meeting set up for tomorrow, Friday. So we could see this bill being discussed Friday, and then for sure Monday and Tuesday they will be in Parliament to discuss these bills. There's 5 other bills right now on the table, so it's not just Bill C-30, and some of the senators have said they're not going to rush anything. Other people's slowness is not going to create an emergency for these senators, so they are not taking any responsibility for how slow it's come to them. So they will take their time and they will do their due diligence. I really like that attitude. But at the same time, a lot of Canadians are relying on these benefits. So Tuesday is likely the day that we'll receive approval or disapproval from the Senate. I strongly think that it's going to get passed probably Monday night or Tuesday. And that's because after Tuesday, they are also going on their summer break. So they will be off for, I believe, 2 whole months. So they're definitely going to want to get these bills passed, and Bill C-30 should be one higher up on the agenda as there's more time-sensitive things involving it, such as these COVID extensions. So now that's kind of been cleared up, let's take a look at the bill. I got some screenshots here from the bill to kind of help answer some of your questions, and we can look right at the language here. So the first one is regarding the maximum number of 2-week periods that you can get for these COVID benefits, such as the Canada Recovery Benefit. It says here 9.1, the maximum number of 2-week periods in respect of which a Canada Recovery Benefit is payable to a person is 25. Or if another number of 2-week periods is fixed by regulation, that number of 2-week periods minus 1 for every 2 weeks for which regular benefits as defined in subsection 2.1 of the Employment Insurance Act were received by the person during the period beginning on September 27, 2020 and ending on September 25, 2021, in respect of benefit periods as defined in subsection 2.1 of the Act that were established on or after September 27, 2020. All that basically means is, as of right now, the maximum number of CRB periods that we will be able to receive now is 25. Before this bill, it was 19. So now it's going to be 25 periods in which you are eligible for between September 27th, 2020 and September 25th, 2021. Obviously, we're a lot closer to September 25th, 2021. And you can apply retroactively for previous periods, but I believe only up to 60 days back retroactively. So those beginning periods that were happened in September, October, November of 2020, those have come and gone. You can't go back and apply for those. But we're seeing now a 25 period extension. So we can get a total of 25 weeks instead of 19. The other big thing I've seen some questions regarding the Canada Caregiving benefit. And so the maximum number of weeks in respect of which a Canada Recovery Caregiving benefit is payable to a person is now 42. Or if a maximum number of weeks is fixed by regulation, that maximum number. So the Canada Recovery Caregiving benefit is now extended to 42 weeks. Next big thing that you guys are all asking about is the amount of Canada Recovery benefits you can receive. We now have the extension of how many eligibility periods that you can have. The next question was, how much is this going to be? And you'll notice in my last video, I put the $1,000 CRB extension. And some of you were asking, is it going to be $1,000? What about this cut down to $300 from $500? What's going on there? So let's refer back to the bill and let's look at the language here under the section amount of payment. Subject to subsection 2, the amount of a Canada Recovery benefit for 1 week is A, in respect of a person who applies or has applied under Section 4 for any 2-week period beginning before July 18th, 2021, $500 for a maximum of 42 weeks, and $300 for every subsequent week. And B, in respect of a person who has never applied under Section 4 for any 2-week period beginning before July 18th, 2021, $300 for a week beginning on or after that date. Okay, this is political wording, so sometimes it's a little bit hard to digest. So let me try to break this down for you. Section A, if you have been applying and you are applying for any kind of recovery benefit that has happened before the July 18th period, you'll notice that in the upcoming weeks, we're right now period 19, period 20 is coming up, and then period 21 runs to July 17th. So July 18th marks, I believe, period 22. That's a new period. So if you applied before July 18th for a $500 CRB, you will get $500 for a maximum of 42 weeks, which is the equivalent of 21 periods. If you remember, there are 2 weeks for every period that you apply for. So 21 periods now, you can get $500 a week. Also, that's the equivalent of $1,000 for every period. There's a 10% tax withholdings, so $900 in your pocket. And they're saying after your 42 weeks expires or your 21 eligibility periods, you'll get $300 for every week, okay? The next part says, if you're someone who has never applied for the Canada Recovery benefit before July 18th, you're gonna get $300 for every week for every period that you apply after that. So what this means is you need to have applied before July 18th. You need to have applied for a period before July 18th, so period 21 or sooner to get $500 going forward. If you start applying for the Canada Recovery benefit as of July 18th, you will only receive $300 going forward. So if you want to continue to receive $500 a week for a maximum of 42 weeks, your first Canada Recovery benefit application needs to be applied for before the July 18th period. So period 21 or sooner. If you're starting to get the Canada Recovery benefit as of the 22nd CRB period, which starts July 18th and goes for 2 weeks, you'll get $300 going forward. So that's an important distinction. The other thing is the tax. I couldn't find anything regarding the tax. I'll let you guys know. As of right now, we're assuming there's still going to be a 10% tax withholdings on the $300 payment. So even though the CRB is going to be reduced, it's my understanding right now that there's still going to be a 10% tax withholdings, just like there is on the $500 per week payment. If you guys know any other information, feel free to let me know in the comments below. But as of right now, that is my understanding. So now I'm going to go through a couple questions from you guys that I've received in the last couple videos, and maybe that'll help you guys be a little bit more clear as to what's going on. So these are just random questions that I've pulled up looking just right on my YouTube comments here, and I'll just read them off. So Rahat Ahmad Chowdhury says, I am only in my 4th period on CRB, but when I logged in today, it's showing that I cannot apply because I applied for all eligible periods. Why is that? Please reply. Well, here you go, Rahat. I'm replying to you on a new YouTube video. If this happens to you and you can't apply online, there's nothing I can do. There's nothing you can do. You're going to have to call in and deal with the CRA there. I know that sucks. That's probably going to be my answer for most of these. You're probably going to have to call and speak to an actual CRA agent because there's obviously some sort of error here regarding your eligibility or your application. So you're going to have to get that sorted out. If there's an error on, via online, you're going to have to call. There's no other way around that. There's nothing else you can do. There's nothing else I can do. So you're going to have to call. If you go onto the CRA Canada Recovery Benefit website, you'll be able to see the phone number there that you can call, or a quick Google search. You'll be able to get the recovery benefit number, no problem. So typical question, Maureen Shibley, is the CRB going to remain at $1,000? Well, like in this video, yes, you're going to have a $1,000 CRB for a couple more periods, and then after that it's going to be reduced. So depending on if you've started to already apply for CRB, depending on what eligibility period you are in, how many you've received so far, you're still going to be getting that $500 per week. And then after, you'll be getting the reduced amount depending on your situation, as we've discussed in this video. So really it depends, but yes, CRB is remaining $1,000 depending on your situation. Here's a great question from Shuri TV Movies Home Pranks. Will anyone who is on EI be reduced as well? So with this extension, right now the EI is called the Enhanced EI, and so that just means that the eligibility criteria for employment insurance has been loosened, so more people qualify for EI. And so that too has been extended, but the amount of time that you're on EI doesn't necessarily get extended, just the amount of time for who actually qualifies for EI. So that enhanced EI will still remain. Depending on your work situation will depend on how long you can stay on EI. But once you are exhausted from your EI, you can switch over to the Canada Recovery Benefit. But the Canada Recovery Benefit is for those people who have exhausted or do not qualify for EI. If you can qualify for EI, that's the route you need to go. Canada has made this enhanced EI to make it more available for Canadians, and that was their goal, so that more people could be on EI instead of these recovery benefits. All right, well, thank you so much for watching. If you have any other questions, please let me know in the comments below. Again, if you got value, just give it a thumbs up, and please consider subscribing. I will see you guys in the next video. I'm Nick from Nick's Taxes. Happy taxing.